to Liverpool. It's been reported that a bid worth £109 million, so about 130 million euros, has been made for Havertz. Don, they mean serious business, Liverpool, and this is going to complete one of the biggest transfers, the biggest transfer in English football history.
No, 100%, man. 100%, man. When you win the league, you can't take time out, bruv. You know what I'm saying? I go back to when we last won the league. We literally finished 30 points behind Man City the season after, bro, because we didn't recruit well. You know what I mean? They're bringing in Havertz, they're bringing in Gyokeres, they're bringing in Frimpong. These guys go straight into the 11 straight away and improve them, because we can see Robertson's not the same as what he was. Gyokeres right now, great potential. You know, I spoke about this guy when he first came. I wanted Chelsea to sign him, but obviously we've got Cucurella, so I'm not burning, but he's a very good player. You've got Frimpong, you know, defensively he's not the best, but offensively he'll bring more numbers to the team. You know what I mean? You've got obviously Havertz, who will come into that team, who offers a lot more creativity than Szoboszlai. On the ball, he's clear of Szoboszlai. They should be getting more numbers consistently from that position as well. So they're not just dependent on Salah for all the numbers. They're moving correct right now, man. They're moving correct. I can't hate right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's looking like Liverpool the team to beat right now. Like I said to Potts the other day, they're the benchmark. You know what I mean? They played really good football. I'll probably say the first half of the season. Second half they tailed off a little bit, but they still managed to get over the line. But yeah, man, it's looking like Liverpool the favourites to go win the league again next year from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. The only thing that has been reported, I wanted to get Staffy's view on this, is that they may not now have too much of a budget left towards a striker. And you see the prices of the Sheshkos and the Ekitikes they're linked to are sort of 70 to 90 million pound. Is it worth putting all that money into a Havertz and not a number 9 if those reports from the Liverpool media are true?
No, 100%, man. 100%. Players like Havertz don't come around often. And I've already said to you, bro, the amount of players in Europe that are very hard to get that can create at the same rate as Havertz. You know what I mean? If you don't go get Havertz right now, you're looking at the likes of Morgan Gibbs-White, you're looking at the likes of Eze. He's the best option available in the market to give you that creative spark in the midfield. You know, if I was an Arsenal fan right now, he's the sort of player I'll be looking to bring into my midfield. You know what I mean? So they can't miss out on him, man. Sometimes you need to make big statements. Like Slot has proven himself. He came into the league when everyone thought Liverpool would drop off, including myself. I put them third, to be fair. So I thought they would, you know, sort of still be up there, but third, not win the league, right? And this is the first time where he's actually been sort of given money. So you've got to make a big statement. You've got to make a big statement, man. They didn't spend anything last year. You know, Trent's leaving, you know, on a free as well. There's many reasons why FSG should get this sorted out, man.
Yeah, he's one of those little that little group of star boys that's going on over these couple years. Between him, Musiala, Shirky maybe is going to be one of them. Yamal, there's a few wonder kids that are going on right now, and they're getting one of them. And listen, he's played good football under Xabi Alonso, won the league, so he's definitely a good signing. In terms of not signing a striker, I hear it. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know if they should go for Gyokeres. I don't think that's the signing for them. I think Ekitike would probably be a little bit better of a signing. I think a striker who kind of has a little bit more of an all-round game, a little bit more talented in terms of like link-up play and all that. I think he'd be a good signing for them. I don't know how much he would be, though. That's the thing. Like, I don't see him and Gyokeres going for around the same money. It would be delusion. There's one guy's 27 bagging goals for fun. He's a top 1%, by the way, in the world right now for what he's doing. And Ekitike, listen, he's a good player, but there's a lot for him to still learn. Like if Marmoush went for, how much did Marmoush go for last January?
60 M's, I swear.
Yeah, like 60 million. I don't see Ekitike being that much more than him. Like I don't think he should be much more than him right now.
Apparently they're asking for about 83 million for Ekitike.
It's a little bit delusional, I'll be honest.
You have to look at Liverpool, bro. They've got assets to sell, man. You got Endo. You can
They're
sell.
gonna have to move on some players. That's the thing. Jota has to go. Nunes has to go. What's his name?
I think they'll keep.
What's the left winger's name?
I think they'll keep Jota Staffy, man, as a backup. I don't think they'll sell him. Jota, I don't think they'll sell him. Diaz, I saw a couple.
No value. They'll keep him one more year. I think they should sell him and just cash on him. There's a couple teams that just want experienced players going into the Club World Cup. And this is a perfect time for a lot of players, a lot of teams to dump some of these experienced players because, as we mentioned earlier, this is a huge prize coming up for this Club World Cup, and a lot of teams want to compete for it. So Diaz, thank you, chat. I don't know why I forgot his name. Luis Diaz is going to be one of them. Barcelona really want him. They're going to have to move a lot of assets, honestly. If they're able to move him and reinvest, I think they should reinvest in Ekitike, not Gyokeres. But that would be a good move for him.
Sorry, it's good. It's going to be an interesting one because it was a few of the audience then who said this. It was Sam Maguire, who's a respected Liverpool journalist, says that Liverpool add Ramos, PSG's Ramos, to their shortlist as they look for a value for money attacker in an overpriced market. Now it's an interesting one because that's such an FSG line, typically speaking, when they're looking for a player. And I agree with what Maradon said in the comment section that Terry, we might sell players, and you're right. But what remains to be seen is whether you'll sell players and then go and drop 90 million on a striker, or whether or not you're going to sell players to help balance the books of buying Havertz and the other and increasing the salaries of the Salahs and the Van Dijks, and then whether or not you're going to go for a good striker as opposed to a current world-class one like a Gyokeres, or a player that's got that potential in the future who's also going to be more expensive. So I'm not saying Liverpool won't do it, but I can only report on the news that is out there. We can all give our views. I don't understand why Liverpool won't go and don't go and get Gyokeres though. I'm flabbergasted.
I don't think he fits him as much as you think he does.
Doesn't fit him. Why?
So the thing about Gyokeres, I don't think his link-up play is as good as people think it is. And when you look at the players that they're going to surround him by right now, especially Mo Salah still being there, he got a new contract. Havertz is going to be adding GNA from the middle. I think they're better off going for an all-round type of striker than him. The thing about Gyokeres, I think he needs to play. Honestly, if it comes to the Premier League, I kind of see him struggling in one of the bigger clubs because without that space, I kind of doubt what he can do in the Premier League. Because we've seen him play on English soil before. And he played with Coventry, and he wasn't that great with them. Now, obviously, that's not the same level as the Premier League. I actually think he's a little bit more suited for Serie A or a team that's a little bit lesser on the ball than them. So, like, as an example, I'm going to use United, not because I think he's coming to United before Lawless loses his shit. United, as an example, I think next season, they're going to play football it's not really going to be respected. Like, no one knows how United's front line is going to be, number one. Number two, a lot of teams won't set up defensively as they would against Liverpool, as they do against Arsenal. When I look at Gyokeres, most of his goals comes from him running into space a little bit on that half left-hand side, cutting into his right and shooting. I look at him, I'm like, can he really do that for Liverpool? Can he do that for Arsenal? I don't think he can do it for Arsenal. That's number one. Liverpool, there's a little bit of a better chance there, but is he really what they need? I think to accommodate the players around him, if you get a striker who's a little bit better on the ball than someone who just wants to run into space and score, I think that's a better fit for them. It doesn't mean, by the way, he'll flop if he goes to Liverpool, because I know there's a lot of thick people here that don't understand. I'm just saying, ideally,
don't talk about Lawless like that. Lawless doesn't think you meant that. He wouldn't lie about you.
I'm just saying, man. But
that's what I think. The thing is, yeah, listen, I hear what you're saying about Gyokeres, because I've got similar sort of reservations about him in terms of when you're playing in less space, right? The low blocks and whatnot. But when it comes to just finishing, bro, he's gonna have a lot of guys to create for him, man. Then you will help him.
You're lagging crazy.
Your internet's gone mad. Bro.
Yeah, you're lagging crazy. Just to put it, by the way, into numbers, Gyokeres averages less passes into the box than Højlund. So that's why I'm talking about his link-up play. Like, it's not really his strength. That's not to say he's not a good player. I'm just looking at profiles. Who fits what they currently have right now? And that's why I'm looking at someone like Ekitike a little bit better. That's just generally what I think.
Do you think that Gyokeres would be a bad fit for Man United in the Premier League?
No, I actually think he'd be a perfect fit for United. I just don't think he would want to go to United.
What? Are you crazy? How dare you say that? How dare you? I'm joking. No, I think Gyokeres, I just think Liverpool need I do think they need that clinical focal point up top. They've had, like, obviously the Nunez's and the Jotas, man. If they can get someone that, just like I said, can bag on a consistent basis, I think that would be exactly what they need to fucking defend that Premier League. Do you know what I mean? They do get goals around the pitch, but Arsenal did. Like, at the certain point, you can't rely on that. You need that clinical guy up front to pull you out of a hole. Like, and I get what you're saying. Like, when teams are sitting deep, that's going to be an issue. And sometimes you need a player where you can pump some crosses into the box and
Salah would have to take a little bit of a creative role next year if Gyokeres is his teammate. And there's ways to work around it. I'm going by what I've seen from Liverpool last year. I do think if you play with a Salah, because as I said, I don't think his link-up play is as good as people think it is. If you can play with Salah, and Salah's very good at that one killer ball. Like he has that outside of the foot pass that he always plays to the back post, or he can actually sometimes get the ball just and look up and play a ball in behind. If he can kind of be in more of this creative back next season rather than scoring every goal, if he could score less goals, but it does mean that Gyokeres can come into this team and do what he's doing for Sporting. If you're gonna get Gyokeres and try to change his game to fit Mo Salah and Havertz, I don't think it would work. I just generally don't. I think they're better off going for Ekitike.
And Ali says here in the comments that Paul Joyce said that we want to spend big on a striker and centre back. And yeah, my gut feeling is Liverpool will. I mean, I'm only reporting on what's being said. That's not the same as giving an opinion. I think if you drop 30 million on a Ramos, it's underwhelming. You bring in an Ekitike as an example. You bring in someone that could become an absolute demon of a striker for you in terms of goals and interplay. It's brilliant. And even at centre back, I mean, you've got 2 years worth of money because you didn't spend anything last year. I'd be annoyed if I was a Liverpool fan if those 3 signings come in and then after that it was budget and sell. I think they should be getting at least 2 more players in of the caliber that's been mentioned, Ali. So I think what you say there.